today is a very special day for the Dodgeland School District. Earlier this fall, a nomination was submitted to US Cellular for consideration as a national most valuable coach. The judges selected the top 50 coaches, and among the coaches selected to receive this prestigious honor is Mr. Kevin Klieger. Following 3 weeks of national voting, Mr. Klieger, or Coach Klieger to many of you, he was honored to be named among the top 15 national coaches. Coach Klieger has been involved in athletics almost his entire life. His quest for personal excellence began as a student athlete, and he has dedicated many hours in teaching and coaching children and young adults to not only become outstanding student athletes, but even more importantly, how to become amazing individuals throughout life. And that's why we are here today to celebrate. At this time, it is my pleasure to bring Zach and Kelsey from US Cellular up to the microphone.
All right, who's ready to celebrate Coach Klieger? That was pretty good, Patronians. I think you can do better. Who's ready to celebrate Coach Klieger? Awesome job. Well, I'm Zach from US Cellular, and we are so happy that you can join us today as we celebrate Coach Klieger and his advancing to the final 15 of US Cellular's Most Valuable Coach Contest. I'm going to welcome up Kelsey Saunders, who's going to kick things off and run the presentation from here, but we'll be back up in a little bit for a special presentation. Enjoy and help me welcome Kelsey to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? My name is Kelsey Saunders, and I'd like to welcome you to the US Cellular Most Valuable Coach Recognition event for Coach Klieger. We are proud to be here, in Dodgeland to honor Coach Klieger for advancing to the final 15. The US Cellular Most Valuable Coach Program highlights and recognizes current head and assistant coaches who have made a profound impact on an individual, a school, and the community by connecting with good in all of us. Now ultimately, only one coach will earn the honor of Most Valuable Coach. There were over 1,000 coaches nominated across the country. During the nomination process, Coach Klieger was described as motivated, passionate, and encouraging. From there, 50 finalists were then selected, followed by a public vote to get us to the final 15. And you, the Dodgeland School District students, faculty, and community, earned him a spot in the final 15. We are really excited to be here today to honor Coach Klieger on this tremendous accomplishment. Coach Klieger is joined by his wife Jenny, his 2 children, Riley and Beckham, athletic director Miss Modad, head football coach Doug Miller, and 6th grader, and Meg Solman. I would like to now introduce Marsha Modad to say a few words about Coach Klieger.
Today we have several special guests here that are first going to share some of their personal experiences and why they agree so soundly for this nomination for Coach Klieger. So it's my honor to introduce first Signy Schechter. Signy Schechter was Mr. Klieger's physical education teacher and athletic director at the Mayville High School, where Mr. Klieger graduated from. Please help provide a warm welcome to Sig Schechter. name is Sig Schecker, and I live here in Juneau. And I've lived here for 35 years. I'm not a lifer, but I'm a lifer to this district. I started here 35 years ago, and some of those teachers are still here. Most of them are not. But I came here just out of college to be a long-term sub for Mrs. Kuhn, who was having a baby at the time. Mrs. Kuhn is here, and we are good friends. It was here that I met my future husband, John Schecker, who was a science teacher here at the high school. Together we had 3 children who all graduated from Dodgeland. So why am I here? After teaching at Dodgeland, I was hired by the Maple School District 29 years ago. I had the opportunity to have Mr. Klieger, and I might say Kevin every now and then, in my Phi Ed classes. And I was also his athletic director at the time. I do want to say though, and this is on Mrs. Kuhn's, she kind of gave me this little tidbit to say, that Kevin, when you were in my classes at Mayville, he couldn't beat me in badminton, ever. True story, he says. At Mayville, he played football, he played basketball, and he ran track. I see that his high school coach is here today, over there standing in the doorway, Mr. Berry. He was also very instrumental in Kevin's success. Kevin was fast, and that was a good thing, because I really don't think that he liked to be tackled when playing football. His speed helped him to outrun his opponents and score lots of touchdowns. He played basketball, but he really excelled on the track. He gave every race his all, often tossing what he had for lunch after the race, if you get what I mean. I can still see him. In fact, the person that's subbing for me right now over at Mayville, Pat Bowman, was a coach at Horicon at the time when Kevin was in his prime in high school. And there was a young man from Horicon that was his nemesis, that they totally competed hardcore against each other, and that was Nick Murphy. Anyway, so he was just an outstanding track athlete. He was a state champion. He played soccer in the summer in Mayville in the Flyway League. He graduated in 1998 from Mayville. Kevin took his ability to run to college. He attended UW La Crosse, and he graduated from UW Oshkosh in 2004. He participated in track, and his distance medley team, relay team, were national champions. Kevin was also recently inducted into the Mayville Hall of Fame at our school. After graduation, he pursued his career by applying here at Dodgeland, and he was hired. Kevin has been invested in our community for a long time, even before he was hired. He continued the soccer program that his brother started. He quickly turned the summer skills rec program into more, joining the Mayville Flyway League, the traveling teams, hosting 3-on-3 tournaments, as well as taking my boys to Florida to compete in the national 3-on-3 tournament. The interest that he created in soccer, even though he doesn't coach it today, I'm sure has helped contribute to the Houston Dodgeland soccer team that is currently competing today. After Kevin was hired, he took a Foundry track program and brought it to where it is today. He has coached many athletes and state conference champions to various titles. On a personal note, I'm a parent of 3 children, as I said before, who all graduated, and they are all leading very successful lives. All 3 have been coached and taught by wonderful, dedicated, and caring teachers.
But the relationship that my boys formed with Kevin started in elementary school. He taught them how to play soccer. He became a mentor and a role model to them. Most importantly, he was there for my boys when their father died. He was there to give comfort and guidance, as were several other teachers. My boys' relationship with Kevin continues. Ushers in his wedding. They continue to communicate with each other, and I am grateful for that. Team success and individual successes doesn't just happen. It happens through positive leadership and encouragement from the top and hard work from student athletes. Team success in schools is one way to improve overall school culture. It creates a buzz and excitement, and students tend to be more engaged in school. Kevin should be commended for the leadership that he has contributed to the successes of your student athletes. But we all must remember that it takes more than one person to make a difference in our schools. All teachers, coaches, and students are responsible to make Dodgeland a great place for learning. Today isn't about Kevin. It's about celebrating something good and positive that every one of you have helped to contribute to here at Dodgeland. Congratulations, Dodgeland, and congratulations, Kevin.
Our next special guest is Megan Rennock-Soldner. Megan is a 2008 graduate of Dodgeland High School, and Megan is the most accomplished athlete from the Dodgeland School District. She was selected the Trailways Conference Performer of the Year for 3 straight years in track and field, 2006, 2007, and 2008. Megan is a repeating state champion in the 100-meter and 400-meter hurdles, and she also set a state record in the 400-meter hurdles. Please provide a spirited welcome back to Megan Rennock-Soldner.
I would also like to say thank you to the Dodgeland School District and Coach Klieger for inviting me here. It is an absolute honor to talk about this wonderful man and this amazing school. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I understand now, after being a high school student athlete, high school student, college student athlete, college student, coach, teacher, and now mother, just how much Coach Klieger's dedication and devotion to track and field, as well as his students, truly means. It is a lot of time and a lot of time away from family. I would like to start by talking to all of you, the student body, that as a former student, I know what it's like to go through high school. It's not easy. I would also like to say that as a teacher, I see many new challenges in my students that I did not see when I was in school. It's easy to get caught up in the fast-paced life, full of stress, full of drama, but if you can find that one person or that one thing or those few people that can keep you grounded, it will open up doors and change your life and your perspective on life. Kevin has done that for me, as well as Dodgeland. And I honestly can say, if it hadn't been for Lori Henthorn, I would not have been an art teacher. If it would not have been for Mrs. Thompson, I would not have had such a beautiful teaching experience that I've had so far. There are many other teachers, coaches, and influences that have had a beautiful impact on my life, and I am extremely blessed. Thank you. When I did this because we had someone who truly believed in us. Someone who stayed up, and still stays up, until the wee hours of the morning, going through splits, comparing times, looking at distances, to see where the athlete will benefit the most. Someone who preps you mentally for every single race. Someone who does his research on new techniques. Someone who goes out of his way just to make sure you're okay. Someone who is a shoulder to lean on. Someone who was and is a great role model. To this day, he is still a great role model. Someone who wholeheartedly cares. Coach Klieger has worked very hard to create such a positive impact, break records, coach championships, and change the perspective on track and field at Dodgement. But it's not about the amount of athletes out for track, the championships, the records broken, scholarships that make this honor so amazing. It's about the fact that it started with the determination and dedication of this guy right here. It's about the personal records, the PRs. It's about the memories of the hard practices that lead up to it. Do you still do donuts? For those of you who are track athletes, you know what I'm talking about. It's about pushing yourself so hard that you earn that donut. It's about the person who went out of his way to connect with students. It's about the positive pep talks on the bus rides to meets, or the quick pick-me-up before or after the race. It's about the team bonding. It's not always about winning, but it's about the life skills and great memories you experience along the way. If it was not for Coach Klieger, I would not have learned how to forget about all the little things and focus on what truly matters. He is someone who believed and believes in me. He helped me go that extra mile, literally and figuratively. He allowed me to believe in more than myself. If it were not for track and field, I would not be here. Seriously. I despise talking in front of large groups of people. But I told him that he deserves it and I would do it for him. That's how much he has really impacted me and my life. So I went out of my comfort zone to let you all know how blessed I truly am, and you all are, to have him in your life and this school district. Many doors have opened because of teachers, individuals, and Coach Klieger believing in me. Thank you for believing in me, changing my life, and helping me do the same for others. I hope that you can all think of that one person or that one thing that truly motivates you and thank them. Thank you.
Thank you, Sig and Megan, for sharing so many wonderful thoughts and memories and everything that Coach Klieger has meant to you and your families. And now, it is my pleasure to bring out our Dodgement dance team. They will be performing the kick line routine. Please give it up for our two-time state qualifying Dodgement High School dance team, who are coached by Mrs. Angie Ferrari. Klieger is well known to many here at Dodgeland as our head football coach and also pole vault coach in track and field. Mr. Doug Miller has been involved as a teacher and a coach for nearly 40 years. He has worked beside Coach Klieger in our track and field program, and together Mr. Klieger and Mr. Miller have collectively role modeled for our student athletes the importance of commitment, hard work, communication, and being dedicated to a team. Please welcome Coach Doug Miller.
Good afternoon, everybody. What a special day it is here for Dodgeland, for Coach Klieger. Just another great example of what it means to be in this district. We're here to honor Coach Kevin Klieger as US Cellular Coach of the Year award winner. He is our head track coach, assistant in middle school cross country, where he has done some tremendous things, where he has demonstrated great coaching ability. I know this firsthand because I'm one of his assistants in track and field, so I get to work with him on a daily basis. And a short story, before I came and applied at Dodgeland 5 years ago, I made some calls and asked around, and I talked to some coaches from opposing schools because I was looking for a place where I could go to have an outstanding head track coach. And everything I heard from everybody I talked to assured me that this would be a great place to be and that Coach Klieger would fit that bill. And I definitely was not disappointed. This has been a tremendous experience for me being involved in his program. I get an opportunity to watch what he does on a daily basis. And he does just some amazing things. Not only with what he does coaching, but how he cares and works with other people. He guides his athletes. He treats them like he would treat his own. He really does set a great example. I think this being a coaching award, which you could also call it a most influential coach and teacher award, because Coach Klieger's students and his athletes seem to always stay underneath his care and guidance. Well after they're out of the classroom, and obviously, well after they're done being athletes for him. I thought our first two speakers did a tremendous job talking about the value that he placed on people that were in his program, not just as a coach. I've seen him work with students well after, and students that maybe were in track and field as freshmen and sophomores decided maybe that wasn't for them, but he still cares about them individually. I think you can call this an award for most caring coach. For Coach Klieger, what I've taken is that people matter to him. And he has given himself as a leader in our community with the youth soccer programs for many years. He has used, and I know this, his own money to make sure students in his class have snacks, to make sure that they have the ability to have lunch. He's done those kind of things for students probably without them knowing, as a lot of teachers have. But he seems to hit things on every level. There's been times he's told me some stories about how they would organize and have the track athletes get together near Christmas time and come up with food and things that families in need would be in need of during Christmas. They would deliver them to the doorsteps and ring doorbells and wish them well. Just some special things. Our yearly fundraiser, We have products that go out to troops around the world as part of that fundraiser. This is who Coach Klieger is. He's a person that cares. He's a great athletic coach, but as a person, his character is unmatched. His caring is way up there. And to me, Coach Klieger is the perfect choice for this award. And I hope you appreciate everything that he has done for our district and appreciate Coach Klieger in a way that he truly deserves. Coach Captain Klieger.
And I am the Marketing and Event Coordinator for the Beaver Dam US Cellular, and I just want to say how proud I am to work for a company that is so committed to giving back to the community. I'm sure you've seen us at local events, at the county fair, and now we're here at your guys' school as well. And to show our appreciation to Coach Klieger and all that he does on and off the track and field course, we would like to present to you, courtesy US Cellular, a brand new Samsung Note 9 phone in celebration of National Coaches Day, which is on November 4th. And now it is my privilege to present the Dodgeland School District a check for $5,000. Congratulations again, Coach Klieger, and good luck to you on the track and field season, and good luck throughout the rest of the Most Valuable Coach competition. And now it is my pleasure to present to you guys Coach Klieger.
Thank you. This is a little bit overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie. I'm truly honored and humbled today. I want to start by thanking US Cellular for creating the opportunity for coaches around the country to showcase their gift, commitment, and hard work. Thank you guys. I would also like to thank the administration for providing great opportunities and all the resources necessary for this to happen. Mrs. Thompson, Mrs. Moda, and everybody else involved. Things like this don't happen without a great supporting cast. Coach Mans, would you stand up? Coach Shield, Coach Miller, Coach Perkins, you guys all stand up for me? Each and every one of you have been amazing. Your work ethic, pursuit of excellence has inspired me and pushed me in every way. Each of you are great role models, leaders, and teachers that help our kids realize and reach their full potential every single day. To my family, my greatest support system, who always keeps me on track and reminds me daily of who I am and what's most important to me. I'd like to thank Janelle Finger for the nomination and potentially writing a $50,000 essay. And all the other individuals who took the time out of their busy schedule to speak on my behalf and make today happen. I'm truly grateful. Most importantly, all this is about you, Dodger, my former students and current, my colleagues, our school, and in this case, maybe most importantly, my athletes. I feel so blessed to be a part of this caring group who, from day one, committed to each other and built a culture of themselves. I've not only been fortunate to coach and teach some great athletes, but also great humans. Could I have all the teachers and coaches in the room to stand up for me, please? High school, middle school, elementary, everybody stand up. Teachers and coaches. I'd like to be very clear. This is bigger than me. I'm unique in no way. I've been blessed with some great role models, mentors, amazing athletes, coaches, and families from the community, many of who are here today. And I've been given so many great opportunities that I've been able to take advantage of. But I have no doubt that any one of the individuals who are just standing before me today are worthy of a recognition like this. Teachers and coaches, please keep in mind, our lives are shaped by our relationships. In the book, Kids Deserve It by Adam Welcome, he suggests we have the power to tear down or build up the children who walk into our lives every single day. Champion kids, celebrate them, love them unconditionally, be their cheerleaders, never lose sight of why we're here. Coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. We are Dodgement. Stay children strong, and thank you very much.
Sounds good, folks. Thank you, Coach Cleaver. We appreciate your efforts and commitment to the Dodgement School District. I want to thank you all for coming out to support the US Cellular Most Valuable Coach Final 15 celebration event, Coach Cleaver. Do you guys realize that winning would mean the Trojans would get a $50,000 grant from US Cellular and a $30,000 tech package from Samsung? Everyone in this room knows that Coach Cleaver is the most valuable coach. Now it's time to tell the rest of the country. So let's make sure that Coach Cleaver is officially crowned the most valuable coach for 2018 in the country. That means you're going to have to do a little bit of work. So that means everybody in this room has to vote daily for it at themostvaluablecoach.com until Tuesday, November 13th at noon Central Time. So remember, all can vote once a day, every day. So vote now, get your friends to vote, get your parents to vote, everybody to vote. And also as a special celebration of today's event, please check out the Snapchat filter we've added that you can share your friends and families what happened today at school. So let's help Coach Cleaver get as many votes as possible. And don't forget to vote every day for Coach Cleaver. We all want Coach Cleaver to win, right? So is everybody with me on that? Whoa. All the voices out there, I said, is everybody with me on that? Your school skills right now. On the count of three, we're going to all say, go Coach Cleaver. You ready? 1, 2, 3. All right. There we go.
your attention to the screen above. We have a wonderful video to share with you.
Success and not around competition. Learning to make those around him or her better. It's not always about a win or passing in class. It's about making a positive impact. Coach Klieger embodies these characteristics.
I feel like he elevates the culture at Dodgeland to greatness because you know he's bringing his A game. So if you're working with him, you better bring your A game too.
Mr. K has taught me to always have a growth mindset and never give up.
Not only does he help kids as a teacher, but he also is an amazing coach. He coaches soccer, cross country, track, weightlifting.
When I was in 5th grade, he convinced me to join the soccer team. I wasn't the most coordinated soccer player, but he still built up my confidence. His coaching doesn't stop when we step off the track, and I will always appreciate this.
As a parent, I know that he thinks about my children like his own children, that he really takes time to get to know my kids, and that he does everything thinking about if this was my child, what would I do?
Klieger makes me feel like we're a family. I feel like we're always there to support each other.
Throughout high school track, not only did he teach me how to be a disciplined athlete, but he set an example for me of how to be someone who cares for others, how to be someone who gives everything they have for something they love, and most importantly, how to be someone who tries to make the world a better place.
Coach Klieger is different in a few ways from many others. His commitment to his students, his athletes, and his community is completely undeniable.
He has fun with the kids, and the kids are just excited to be there.
He tells you everything that you need to know to do it.
He's been a big inspiration to me on how to be a better person, how to grow as an athlete, how to be stronger every day and achieve goals that may seem impossible but become reality in the end.
As a fellow coach at Dodgeland, one of the things that we always kind of do is look and strive to make our teams better, and we can certainly do that by looking at other coaches. Coach Klieger has definitely inspired me to be a different coach, be a better coach, both during season and off season. Even though he has to coach those teams directly, or the teams that I coach, he kind of is in a little bit of a way because he's influenced me to be a different and better coach.
Many of the things that Coach Klieger, instilled in me as an athlete, I instill in my business today with my team and how I treat, mentor people.
He's made me a better person athletically and out of sports. Klieger has helped me accept people that are different from me. He's also influenced me that hard work really pays off on the court or on the field.
And junior and senior year, Klieger, he really influenced me, he really impacted me for the better. He told me, Malachi, you have to defeat yourself mentally to become successful and to push yourself past those standards and just the idea of being average. And I think that's probably one of the coolest things that I've ever been told and that I remember to this day is that you always have to defeat yourself mentally. You have to get over that stage, and that's what leads someone to being successful.
The thing that has stood out the most about Kevin Klieger to me is his ability to understand each athlete that he works with. For me, he is the first coach that I ever had that really understood me. He knew how to get the most out of me. And I've seen him do that with my teammates, and I see him continue to do that today.
Coach Klieger has a great sense of community too. Obviously working with the judo community almost, my whole life, but for over 30 years now at this point, I think that's so special. His impact is definitely felt within Dodgeland and the greater judo community, but it goes much further than that. It's like the roots of a tree.
I'd like to give a huge shout out to Coach Klieger for he has inspired me to do Hershey track and field.
I can't thank him enough, and I never will be able to.
He's a nice coach.
Mr. Klieger, will tell you that this accomplishment is more than just an award for himself. It's the people he's been around, his students, his athletes, and I believe he's unified our school because we are Dodgers.
Incredible. Mr. Klieger, or Coach Klieger, has touched the lives of so many people. He's been teaching and coaching at Dodson for just 13 years, but look at the impact that he has made. I need the audience's help to illustrate the impact that he has made on our school and our community. So, elementary students, if you previously had Coach Klieger in any of your classes or you're currently in his class this year for any instruction, would you please stand up and stay standing? To all the students that are here today in all grade levels, if you ever had Mr. Klieger in a summer school class, in a summer school activity, would you please stand up also? And again, everyone stay standing. Once you're up, you stay up, please. Again, for any student or community member that's here, if you've ever participated in a judo recreation summer program, you participated in the RAGE program, or any summer track and field meet, would you please join in the standing? If you've ever participated in middle school or high school cross country, would you please join our standing? If you've ever participated in middle school or high school track, would you please join our group standing? Colleagues, if you've ever coached right beside Coach Klieger in any community or school activity, would you please join this amazing group? And also, fellow teachers, if you've taught beside him, collectively work together for the betterment of our students here at Dodgeland, would you please join us in standing? Take a moment and look around. Look at the impact that one person can have on the effect on the lives of so many people. Coach Klieger, thank you. Thank you for all you've done and everything that you continue to do. We are so proud, and you have duly earned the recognition as one of the top national coaches. Can you please help me again congratulate Coach Klieger? At this time, could we have everyone please stand? We are going to be joining